Today I'll be showing you how to crochet a shoulder bag. All the materials I used will be linked in the description box below. To start off, we'll be using a 5mm hook. We're going to go ahead and form a slip knot and then chain 30. For round 1, we're going to skip the first chain, and on the second chain from your hook, we're going to work a single crochet increase, which means that we're going to place 2 single crochets into that same stitch. So this is our first one and the second one. And for the rest of the chains, we're just going to place 1 single crochet on each chain. On the last chain, we're going to place 5 single crochets into that same stitch. And now we're going to continue to single crochet all the way down until we get to the last stitch. And just make sure you're inserting your hook into the V's of every stitch. On the last stitch, we're going to place 3 single crochets into that same stitch. And then to end the round, we're just going to slip stitch into that first single crochet. For round 2, we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to place 2 single crochet increases into the next 2 stitches. So right below the chain 1, we're going to place our first single crochet increase, and we're just going to place a stitch marker here so that we know this is our first single crochet. And then on that same stitch, we're going to place another single crochet. And on the next stitch, we're going to place another increase. And now we're going to continue to single crochet all the way down. Now that we're done with our 27 single crochets, on the next 2 stitches, we're going to place 2 single crochet increases. So this is 1, and on the next stitch, another single crochet increase. On the next stitch, we're going to place one single crochet, and now we're going to place two single crochet increases in the next two stitches. And now we're going to continue to single crochet into every stitch all the way down until we have 27 single crochets. Now we're going to place two single crochet increases in the next two stitches. And on the last stitch, we're going to place one single crochet and then slip stitch to the first single crochet, which is where our stitch marker is. For round 3, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to place a single crochet into every stitch. And now we're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet. For round 4, we're going to chain 1 and now we're going to continue to single crochet all the way down, but this time we are only going to single crochet into the front loop here, this section here. So we would usually insert our hook into these V stitches, but this time we're just going to insert our hook into this front loop here. And now we can go ahead and slip stitch into that first single crochet, and we're just going to place a regular slip stitch. For round 5, we're going to chain 1 and single crochet into every stitch, and just make sure you're inserting your hook into the V's of every stitch. So we're just placing regular single crochets. And also don't forget to add a stitch marker into the first single crochet of your row. For rounds 6 through 20, we're going to chain 1, turn your work over, and single crochet into every stitch, and then slip stitch into that first single crochet of your row. Now we can go ahead and chain 1, cut your yarn, and weave in your ends. Now we're going to close our bag like this and find our middle. You can also count your stitches if you want to be more precise. And we're going to start counting 12 stitches from your stitch marker, not counting your stitch marker. So we're going to count 12 and then insert a stitch marker. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to count 12 stitches, not including your stitch marker. For round 21, we're going to go ahead and remove our stitch marker, insert our hook, and pull some yarn. And we're going to go ahead and chain 1 and single crochet all around until you get to your stitch marker. And now we're going to remove our stitch marker and we're going to place a slip stitch. For round 22, we're going to go ahead and turn our work over. We're going to skip the first stitch, and on the second stitch, we're going to slip stitch. And now we can go ahead and continue to single crochet all around. And once we get to our first single crochet, we're going to go ahead and slip stitch. So this is our chain 1 and this is our first single crochet. So we're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet. For round 23, we're going to repeat the same steps. We're going to turn our work over, skip the first stitch, and slip stitch into the second stitch from your hook. And we're going to continue to single crochet all around. And we're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet to end the round. And we're just going to keep repeating these same steps until you have 3 single crochets left. Okay, so now I have our 3 single crochets and the 2 slip stitches on each side. And now we're going to repeat the same step from row 21 on the other side. And for the strap, we're going to work 3 single crochets in the next 3 stitches. And then we're going to chain 1 and turn our work over and repeat until your strap is about 18 inches long. And now we can go ahead and cut our strap, and we're going to sew it to the other end of our bag. Now this is completely optional, but I decided to single crochet all around for cleaner edges. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. I upload weekly videos, and I'll see you in the next one.